Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shanny, if you guys didn't know, and as you guys can see by the title, I'm going to be doing a Fenty beauty review. Finally, I'm literally like the last person on YouTube to do this review. I mean, you guys still gonna watch it, right? Hopefully. One thing I don't think I touched on in the video is the packaging. I don't know if anybody else said this, but her packaging is really sleek. The packaging has like a holographic color to it. It reflects to be like a bluish purple color, and I just like the little details about her products. You can tell that she took her time with creating the line. Even with the labeling, the color of the label is the color of the product inside the package. Like, I think that is so dope. It's the exact same color as the label, and it's like that on her boxes as well. Like, the color on the package is the same color as Trophy Wife. It's beautiful. I love the line. Hands down, I'm definitely going to repurchase the contouring stick in Espresso. I probably should have just waited to tell you guys that while I was using the product, but I couldn't wait to tell you guys that. I apologize for not having this video out sooner. So let's just go ahead and get into this video. Enough of me rambling about the brand, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to try to use everything that I got, but I don't think I used everything that I got from the brand, but I'm going to show you guys everything that I got. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing I picked up was the Cheek Hugging Highlighter Brush. I was really attracted to this brush because of the shape and how it fans out, and it actually hugs your face. It's ideal for putting on the highlighter and highlighting your brow bone and your nose. And the brush is also synthetic. Moving on to the sponge, I really love this sponge. As you guys can see, it has been used. I tried to wash it before the video, but I didn't get everything out. But I really like this sponge. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it doesn't come to a point, but that doesn't really matter because the sponge is really nice. It's squishy, very squishy. It's even softer than the Beauty Blender. Moving on to the Instant Retouch Primer, I have nothing but good things to say about this primer. I think it works well with the foundation, and it's an all-around good primer. So if you need a primer, that's the way to go. Moving on to the foundation, I love the foundation, but it's not my shade. I got the color 450, and I'm thinking about going back to get the color 440, so stay tuned. And I love the fact that it has a pump. Moving on to the matchsticks, I love the matchsticks. The only thing I don't like the matchsticks for is under eye concealing. I just don't think the consistency works with my skin type. So here are a few matchsticks that I purchased. I didn't purchase any of the trios. I got them all individually for $25. Oh, and I love the fact that these matchsticks are magnetized because it makes it so much easier to travel now. And this is the color Cocoa in the matchstick, which I use to color correct, and sometimes I use it to highlight on days that I don't want to put on makeup. Moving on to the Kilowatt Freestyle highlighters. Love, 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 love these highlighters. Me Money and Hustler Baby are great together and separate, and Trophy Wife, it speaks for itself. And then the last thing I got from this collection is the Universal Gloss Bomb, and I definitely agree with it being universal, but me personally, I like pairing this with a pinky gloss in the center of my bottom lip. Okay, so my eyebrows are done. Now I'm going to do a basic eye makeup look, something really, really simple. So I can use one of these highlighters on my eyes, and I think I'm going to use Mean Money and Hustler Baby on my eyes. So for my transition color, I'm taking Brown Script from MAC, of course, and I'm using my Morphe M532 brush, and I'm going to lightly dust this in my crease. Now I'm going to take Brown Down from MAC, and I'm using my Sigma E38 brush. You guys have seen me do this so many times. Now I'm going to take my MAC Mixing Medium to put this on my mobile eyelids so that the Kilowatt highlighter won't crease or transfer. And I'm just going to place this where the eyeshadow is going to lay. Let it get tacky a little bit. Now I'm going to take, I think this is Hustler Baby, or this might be Mean Money, I don't know, but I'm going to be taking this color on my mobile eyelid, and I'm using this Coastal Scents brush, and we're just going to pack that on I don't want it to be too pigmented. Oh, that is actually really pretty. Like, I've used these highlighters already and I like it for my face, but I never like used it on my eyes. Now I'm just putting on liner. I'm not winging it out or anything. Now I'm going to take this Coastal Scent Smudger brush, I think that's what it's called. And I'm taking Corrupt from Makeup Geek. It's just a black eyeshadow, but if you watch my videos, you already know that. And I'm just going to smoke out this liner. Now for mascara, I'm using this Lancome mascara that I think they came out with during the summer, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. Okay, so now I'm going to put on some lashes and then we'll move on to the face. Okay, so now I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer, and I really like this primer. It actually feels like lotion. That's the first thing I thought of when I was putting on this primer, and I really like the fact that this primer doesn't give me a white cast on my face, because that's just not a good look. This primer gives a glow to my face. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it gave it like a soft glow to my face. And I also noticed that it fills in my pores as well. This doesn't fill in my pores as much as this one, of course not, because this is really thick. So I really like the fact that I'm not going to have to use this foundation unless I want to be extra. So for my girls that do have visible pores on their face that they're trying to smooth out, this is actually a good primer. It does the job. I just really like how this primer looks on the skin. Initially, when I found out about Rihanna dropping the line, I thought her products were going to be more on the expensive side, but I was really happy when I went on Sephora's website and I was like, $32? Like, are you serious? I was excited because that's affordable. Like, it's not sky high like 50 something dollars for a foundation or a primer. So I'm just happy that she didn't overprice her product so the everyday girl can get it if she wanted to. So moving on to the foundation, I got the shade 450, and this actually does not match me at all. I be orange when I wear this foundation, so I'm going to mix it with my Fit Me foundation in 355 to get my shade. But I really like this foundation. It looks really good on the skin. It lasts for, I think I put on my foundation at like 3 or 1. I don't remember what time I put on my foundation. But this foundation didn't get oily until like the last hour or two of me wearing it. So it has a good wear to it. It doesn't feel heavy on my skin at all. It literally feels like and looks like skin. Rihanna did her thing when she made this foundation. So I'm just going to mix this color together. I still feel like I put too much of, like, y'all see how red it is? Okay, so I couldn't show you guys how I blended out the foundation because my camera went dead and my other battery just charged, so that's why I didn't include that footage. But I used the Morphe M439 brush, and I just did it in circular motions to blend both the Fenty foundation with the Fit Me foundation, because as you guys saw, the Fenty foundation was too orange for me. The shade that I think I am is 440, and that one is always sold out. So I haven't been able to get my hands on the correct foundation shade, but when I do, you guys will know. Okay, so to kind of color correct my face, I'm going to use Cocoa, and I'm just taking it around my lips because around my lips are dark. And I'm going to take it under my eye. The thing about this matchstick, I said I was color correcting. Oh well. I feel like it tugs at my face, but then once you keep working with it, it actually starts to glide on your face. Then I wouldn't use this by itself because it creases on me, and I don't really like that. To blend this out, I'm taking the Fenty Beauty Sponge, and I really like how this blends out, and I really wish it didn't crease on me. Even when I set it, it tends to crease a little bit, and this product actually blends out really good. It literally melts into your skin. And this is a pretty everyday highlight, but when I'm wearing like makeup, I want to be highlighted, if you guys get what I'm saying. So I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape concealer and go right over that to highlight my under eyes a little bit more, because Cocoa is basically my skin tone. Taking the Fenty Beauty Sponge, and I like to squeeze it together to get right here in the crevices. Oh, and the sponge, y'all, this sponge is so I feel like it's softer than the Beauty Blender. The only thing that I don't really like about the sponge is the fact that it's not pointy, but I see why it's not pointy because you can turn it sideways and get right up in here, but I prefer my sponge to be pointy. Now I'm going to take my Sasha Buttercup setting powder. Y'all should already know what this looks like. And I'm going to set my under eyes. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. I already tried the matchsticks without the Tarte Shape Tape concealer on top of it, and I just set the matchstick with this powder, and it still started to crease up throughout the day. So I feel like this product is going to work best on somebody that has dry skin because it just creases up on me. Now I'm just going to set the rest of my face. Actually I'm not going to set the rest of my face, but I'm just going to keep it as is and contour. This is probably one of my favorite things out of the collection is the contouring shade, and this is the color Espresso. The only thing I've been using to contour my face lately is this, and I'm going to show you guys how I use it. So I take my Morphe M437 brush, and I just take my brush and swirl over the contouring stick, and that's why my contouring stick is dirty, because I do this like every day. Well, not every day, but every day. You guys can probably see the product on the brush. So now I'm going to take it and contour my face. Do y'all see that? Let me take some to the side because I put a little bit too much on the brush. It's not too harsh. It's not too cool toned. It's like a happy medium. It's like a bronzy shade, but then again it contours me and it's dark enough. It's not patchy. If I put it over my foundation like I'm doing now, it doesn't break up my foundation at all. It just goes on like it's a powder. And I don't set this at all. I leave it as is because I really like the color of the contouring shade. I don't want to put any powder over it, so I just leave it like that. So this is me contoured. Now I'm just gonna bring it down my neck a little bit. Okay, so like I said, the contouring stick looks like skin. Like it looks, y'all, I'm really like lost for words right now because every time I wear this foundation it just looks so good. If you guys didn't pick up anything, I definitely feel like you should get the foundation. I definitely feel like you should get the contouring sticks, and the foundation isn't like really matte. It's like a soft matte, just like the title, but you still have a glow to your face if you don't like a matte finish, because I don't like a matte finish. I like a velvet matte finish, something that has some shine to it. I still feel like I bronzed the heck out of my nose, but I'm just gonna let it live. Okay, for blush, I'm going to be using Desert Rose from MAC, my all-time favorite blush. I didn't pick up any of the matte sticks that can be used as blush. I probably should have, but I didn't pick up any of those. If you guys have tried those, let me know if you like them. And the brush that I'm using is the Morphe E34 brush. I just really can't wait till my foundation shade comes back in stock, because if it looks this good mixed with another foundation, just imagine how good it's going to look when I don't have to mix it. Okay, so my blush is on. Now I'm going to move on to highlighting. So what I've been doing is using rum, and I really like how this looks on my skin without any makeup at all. Like if I don't feel like putting on any makeup, I just need something to make me look really glowy, I'll just put this on my face with a little bit of concealer up under my eyes, and that's it. So I'm using her brush, the highlighting 120 brush, and I just did the same thing that I did to the contouring brush, and I'm using the tip of the highlighting brush. And I'm just gonna add that to my nose. Y'all see it. I just gotta build it up a little bit, you know. This is just the matchstick. Just wait till I put on the highlight. Put on the bridge of my nose because that's a must. Get some more. And add it to my face. And I'm just dabbing it on. And it's not breaking up my foundation at all. It's not skipping anything. It's just gliding on. And then the highlight Hustler Baby that I put on my eyes, I feel like it melted into my lids. so now it's more subtle, because when I first put it on you could see it more, it was more pronounced, but now it just looks like a nice sheen of color on my face, which I'm really digging. Now I'm going to take, you already know what I'm about to use. Now I'm going to take Trophy Wife. So for real, for people that don't like shimmery highlights, this is not going to be the highlighter for you, but I still feel like you should go ahead and get it because it just looks so good on the skin. Okay, so the brush that I normally use to highlight my face is the Morphe E61 brush. Always comes in handy. So I'm gonna take the brush and the product. Don't do this. You just need a tap, girl, and then dust some of it off. I was trying not to do that because it's hard to dull this highlight down, because once it's on your skin, it's on your skin, and it's hard to kind of like take away. So when I tell you go light-handed with this highlight, go light-handed. Okay, so I went a little ham, which I was trying not to do, which is why I told you guys to like tap it off. So don't do what I did. Make sure you tap it off. Don't dip into the product and not tap it off, because if you do, then it's going to be really, really blinding. Like, you want the blinding without it looking like you just slapped highlighter on your face. You want it to melt into your skin. Now for the gloss. You guys know I love glossy lips. Now, when I first opened this, it instantly took me back to when Rihanna had the Wet Sleek Spruce Spritzers campaign. When I smelled this, I was like, wait, this smells familiar. Then I look up the commercial and I was like, yo, I remember that. This gloss smells so good, and I really love the wand. The wand is huge. Okay, so my final thoughts on Fenty Beauty. I really love the brand. I really like everything that I put on. The only thing that I'm still iffy about is the matchsticks, because they do crease on me a little bit when I wear them by itself. Maybe I need to try a different setting powder to set it. But all in all, I really like everything that I put on. I like the brand in general. I will definitely be going back to buy more. If you guys don't get anything from this brand, I really think you guys should get the foundation, the contouring stick, and the lip gloss. That's typically what I kind of look for, because sometimes I don't even use a primer. But if you don't have a primer and you need a primer that's good, I definitely recommend this primer because it's bomb. So if you don't have a primer and you need a primer that's going to work good for you, girl, this is going to be your best friend. But my top 3 picks would be the lip gloss, the contouring stick, and the foundation. As far as the wear test, it wore really good. I wore this foundation until like 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, I did my foundation at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I wore it until 4 a.m. that night / morning. So it wore pretty good. It did start to get oily 2 to 3 hours before I took it off, but this foundation did not budge. The foundation isn't heavy at all. It really doesn't feel like I have too much on my face. Like, I feel like my face is still breathing through the foundation, if you guys get what I'm saying. It's not heavy at all. It's not cakey. It looks good. It's not too matte. It's not flat. This foundation is just bomb. So I think that's it for this Fenty review. Thank you guys so much for being so patient with me getting out this video. It's been a minute. I know y'all been waiting. Thank you so much for just hanging in there with me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming back to watch another one of my videos. If you're new, thank you so much for clicking to watch this video, and hopefully you decide to subscribe. You can just go ahead and click it. Let me know what products you're going to pick up and how they work for you, and let me know if I need to pick up some more products. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys liked it, like I already said, and I will see you guys in my next upload.